What happens in week 6, the final week of a unit of investigation? And everybody knows the final parts, which are presentation day coming up Thursday of this week and Friday of this week, depending on campus. And I've talked before about things like celebration and reflection, which happen after presentation day. But what happens in the days leading up to presentation day? In a shortened week like now, it's jam-packed. Our students have mostly finished their projects, or at least they've finished the first draft of their project. And this week is all about revision. They've taken feedback from their classmates, feedback from their teachers, and they're trying to fix those tiny little things that they need to improve. The other thing that they do is rehearse. There are some classes that come downstairs and they practice on the microphone, they practice on the stage, they practice how they'll present this work that they've done, how they'll communicate that to an audience. And that happens over the course of the first few days. Sometimes you'll have an amazing project, but the kid needs some tightness with their introduction or the way that they're going to speak. The other thing that happens, though, is really special, and it's something that parents don't actually see. The day before presentation day, depending on the campus, we do something that we call an internal presentation day. And so every class, for a period of time, sets up their classroom. They set up everything that it's going to look like for presentation day before the parents come in. Everything's on the wall, tables are moved, all the projects are laid out, students are ready to go. And then each group presents for a few minutes to the class younger than them. They get questions, they get feedback, they get ideas, and then they present to the group older than them. And we do a rotation. It happens over the course of about 2 hours, where every class gets to go see what it looks like for students a little bit older than them and looks like for students a little bit younger than them. And it turns out like this is one of the most amazing parts of the presentation process and project-based learning, because the students, believe it or not, parents, they're asking the types of questions that we want you to ask. There's a lot of clear feedback. Why did you do this? How did you do that? What made you come up with that idea? I think sometimes when parents come, there can be like apprehension to ask deep questions because they just want to make sure everybody feels good. There can also be this rush where maybe you just see your kids or the kids that you know. Whereas in this day, each student is presenting to a lot of different people. And project-based learning largely depends on that final step of presentation and communication. And to do that, you need an audience, which is why you can do project-based learning at your house, homeschooled with your kid, but then who are they going to show it to? Are they going to post it online for the whole world to give them feedback to? Or are they just going to show it to their parents? At a certain point, the more people that can come in, the more people that give eyes to that ask questions, that can really drive what happens in the inquiry process in future units.